Rare item right here. This is an Intec. It's a screen for an Xbox, the OG Xbox, the original one. So you see this bottom part right here clips onto your. It goes on top of your Xbox, which clips on here, and it's like a portable DVD thing, which I think is pretty cool. They dropped this one off because they don't know anything about it. Basically, this is like a relic. You know, this thing's old. I don't even know when this came out. But anyways, you plug it in through the back, and then you get video right here on this screen right here, and you're able to play your games wherever you want. But he doesn't know if it works or not. He just brought it in, and I have some time, so I was like, I'm gonna check it out. It's pretty interesting. Let me put it on the bench, and let me do some tests on it. Let me check it out. Let me see if it works. Let me switch over to the next camera here. Okay, and let me see if I'm able to transform this, flip it vertically so that there we go. We should be on the same page right now. So it's dirty, you know, but that's what you expect from something this old. This is where your inputs go, right here. I don't know if you can see right here better. Here you have your AV in, AV out, your power in. It even has video, which is pretty cool. And then your regular RGB right here. So let's start by taking off these 4 screws right here. See if that will give us access to this thing. See if I can fix this lighting. Let me see, make it a little bit warmer. So let's go ahead and take off these 4 screws that are right here. It's the only thing that I see, other than the part in the front where the LCD is, but I don't need access to that part. Let's take off these screws right here, and let's open up this little panel right here. I did notice that there is no voltage rating on this. Usually in these devices, you know, through the back part, it always tells you how many volts, an amperage, or the amp, whatever it is, whatever the case is. It gives you it should have a little panel where it tells you what voltage this device is. On this one, I don't see it. You can see right here. It should say right there. Let's see if we can see. You see right there, it should have, the rating should be right here. It does have a serial number, and it has a model number, I believe. Oh, it doesn't even have a model number. It doesn't even have a model number. So we're gonna have to go and we're gonna have to find out how much voltage this thing's gonna be taking. Let me take out this little panel. Let me see what I'm gonna see right here. I see these little, has a little clip right here. Take that off. Now here's your main board. I see the power cables and all the USB cables to the back. There's a couple of screws, 1, 2, 3 screws right here. Let's take them off. It looks pretty clean for being such an old device. I'm gonna look it up and see when this came out, but this is old. This is since the first Xbox came out. So I know this thing is super old. It doesn't look that beat up for being this old, and another thing that I do like, and this is probably gonna be a successful repair because it does have the plastic. It does have the original plastic right here. You can see how they put these little protective shield plastics. It still has that. So that's good. That's a good little indicator right there. Let me see how we're gonna take off. I'll take off this board right here. See a little bit of corrosion on this this yellow plug input right here, but not too bad at all. Let me just take this out. There you go. It's on the other side. On the other side we have a capacitor right here. That's held down by glue, but it looks good. It's not bulging or anything. The legs on it look solid. We have this filter that I can test out, and we have a diode right here, and then here's where the power goes out. This plug right here. So there's gonna be a negative, positive right there, which is this. If I had this plug, that'd be nice. I could be able to test it, but I don't know what kind of plug it is, and the guy that dropped it off doesn't have it. So let me get the multimeter out real quick and let me check this. Let me check this filter first. Should beep. That was good. Let's go on diode mode and check this diode over here. I believe it was this one. Looks good. There's not a lot to this thing. I mean, as far as protection goes, there's not a lot. Just that filter. I mean, you know, that fuse right here. That one blows and stops everything else, I guess. I'm looking for a part number or some kind of model number on this board. Usually the boards have some kind of indicators or something. I don't see anything, but it looks new. For being old, it looks new. Nothing looks too beat up. So let me just find out which one of these pins is negative and which one of these pins is positive. From there, even though we don't know the voltage of this thing, we could kind of mess around and find out how much it's gonna take. So I know for sure that this is negative. Watch, it should be right here. Yeah, and if we go to ohms on, we're getting 0.2, so that is negative, obviously. Okay. This track right here, where the plug connects, that's a negative too. This is the filter right here. Obviously, we're gonna get a beep. That one's good. So I think this right here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. You know what? Let me get the microscope. Let me switch over to the microscope. We'll get negative. Yep. 0.2 ohms. This, I think, is a positive. And we're not beeping to ground, so that's good. That means the main rail is not shorted. Then the main rail goes to this filter or fuse, which is positive, and then it leads off right here, and then it goes to the rest of the board. There's a little bit of junk right here. It's not affecting anything. I am gonna go ahead and clean that up and clean the rest of those RGB connections on once I find out what's going on with this board. Let's power on the power supply. And let's see how much voltage this thing is gonna take. A device like this is usually anywhere from 10 to probably 15 volts. Let's give it 8 volts and let's see if it does anything. And how are we gonna do that? We are, alright, we're gonna take the microscope out. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna, since we already know, this is our negative lead right here. This is our negative lead. We already know this is negative. Let's see if I can fix it better. Alright, so we already know that's negative. Where's the power switch on this thing? I'm just gonna press it on. And we're gonna put, right now we're gonna put in 8 volts. just to be on the safe side, we're gonna do 8 volts and 500 milliamp. I just want to stay on the safe side. I don't know how much this thing is gonna take or what it can handle. Let's see if that gives us anything. So it is consuming those 8 volts and 141 milliamp. But I don't see anything on the screen. And I don't see the light turning on. Let me see if I find anything on Google that tells me how much more of this or how much voltage it can take. You know what? Screw it. This is 8 volts. Let's go to 10 volts. 10 volts with 800 milliamp. So we got 10 volts on the power supply. I can see it clicking, so that means it's taking power. I kind of hear something. Oh yeah, I hear something right now. But the power light's very dim. Let's up it up. Let's do 12.5 volts. Let's keep it at 800 milliamp. There's that static noise again. That means the device is on now. I see the light. I know you guys can't see it because it's under here. It's under here, but the light is on. There's only one way to test this. Let me get a console or something I can connect to this to the board right here, so that I could test it. Let me connect something to that to the RGB. Let me go get something. Here we have a PS2 slam. I was playing this earlier. I forgot what game's in there, but if this thing's working, we'll find out right now. Let me plug this in. Alright. Let's hook it up. It's a good sign. At least we have, sound. We have that light indicator is going on, so it is powering on. A lot of times these devices, especially, they're so old, the screen probably not even gonna work, but that's only one way to find out. Let me try to open it up here as much as I can. Okay, RGB's connected. Let's give this thing power. Alright, let's power on the PS2. Oh shit. Damn. That's loud. But it is working though. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me see if I can fix this image though. Oh, is the screen damaged then? At least it's turning on. I'm surprised it's turning on. That's crazy. Let's see, what are we gonna get here? We just saw that PlayStation sign. Come on. Say it's loading. Brightness. Oh, there we go. Load success. There it is. Look at that. I was playing King of Fighters on this. And there it is. It is working. I'm surprised it's working. We could put more brightness. Treble bass has a bunch of settings. It has for you could put your headphones right here. You can't see it. But there it is. It is working. It looks pretty good actually for being such an old screen. This is a nice pickup. This guy bought this thing for $50, so I know these things in this kind of condition probably could go like 200 bucks because of its age. But that's gonna be it for this video. Then that's great that this thing is working great, and we're just gonna look for a power supply for this. It's just a regular one of those round plugs, kind of like the laptop ones. I have it at 12 volts. It's consuming 10 volts, 850 milliamp. So that's what we gotta look for: a 12 volt and 2000 milliamp, or at least 800 milliamp power supply, and that will make it complete. That will be it. Probably like $10 cable. That's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.